Hello, hi. It's Miriam. Today is Sunday. Uh, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Has been snowing a lot this morning in England, in London also. For about 2-3 years, we didn't have a big snow in London, and today, this morning, I wake up in the morning, it was very dark, and I said, oh God, it came. Yes, and then when I got to my window, everything was white. And my grandson, Gabriel, he's 8, was already outside. Everyone was sleeping in the house, and he was already outside playing, and playing his learning how to play, what's the name, a flute. And he was in the street running all over the snow playing his flute. It was so so cute, so blessing him. So he was welcoming the season, playing his flute. It's very sweet, a boy of 8 going out at 8 o'clock in the morning when there's snowing and playing his flute and, jumping up and down with his flute and playing. And it was not in my garden because I have a garden in the front. He went out of the gates playing his flute. So, yes, it's very blessing time. Even being so cold. Blessing, especially when you see young kids, blessing nature, enjoying it. He was playing to the snow. So yes, it's fantastic. It's very, very, very good. A very, very good sign. Yes, it's a sign of hope. So yes, and this morning, actually from the last week, I have been thinking about this theme that I'm going to talk this morning or this afternoon here. And this is Knowing Day. More appropriated, I think, because for the last week, this word, lighthouse, and light workers has been blinking in my brain for the last week. What is to be a light worker? What it really means. It's very romantic. Think, why am I a light worker? Well, in my experience as a light worker, it's not romantic at all. It's not romantic. Actually, it's very hard. There is no romanticism in being a light worker. It's not easy path. It's very, very tough path. And then you're gonna say, Miriam, but it should be easy. Well, so I decided to study a little more about lighthouses, okay? Because light workers is exactly the same as a lighthouse. And as much you grow spiritually, as much we developed as a race, we need better lighthouses. You need better light workers. And exactly the same as it was very, very rare on the past to have a lighthouse, in the past also was very rare to have a light worker. There have been very few. Jesus was one of them. Shiva was one of them. Buddha was one of them. Yeah, you had so many in terms of this last 10,000 years, okay? You had many in the past, the time of the Egyptian time or before the Egyptian time. You had some of them. Many, because it was about 2,000-3,000 years, so in 2,000-3,000 years you probably have about 10, 12, no more than this. It's very little if you compare the amount of years. Then came Buddha. Before Buddha came Shiva. I'm getting emotional now. So, but in the history of humans, lighthouses also was very rare on the past. And for you to have one idea, the first lighthouse built in this planet was 208 before Jesus. So for about 4,000 years, you didn't have any lighthouse. Probably because people didn't know about the sea, the big seas, yeah. And the biggest sea that they knew was the Mediterranean Sea. It was not that big. It was not that big. But the Mediterranean Sea, on those days, had more lighthouses, natural lighthouses. And which are the natural lighthouses? Volcanoes. Volcanoes is the lighthouses from the past. Came from the earth. Came from the core of the earth. So probably they inspired themselves in doing lighthouses because of the volcanoes. Because the bigger volcano those days was in the Mediterranean Sea by Sicily, yeah, and it's still active today. You can see this volcano today if you want it. I have been looking at it these last days. Promboli, something like this. Yes, I have been following it last days, and they are beautiful. The explosions is about 5 minutes. There is a poof, you know. So this volcano was the lighthouse for the people that was going from Europe to Egypt and to the Middle East. You can see it far away because it's really, really strong, and it was stronger on those days than it is today, because sometimes they were absolute activity for good, so burn for months and months and months, spitting, you know, lavas all over. So that was the natural lighthouse for them, so they don't crash on the rocks by the Italian that were the port to Europe on those days. So probably inspired by this volcano, they decided to do one, you know, made one down there in Egypt side. And it was in Paros of Alexandria. So the first lighthouse built in the planet was there, 280 before Jesus. So they built that one. So they have one up there in Europe, natural one, the volcano, and down they build one for, you know, avoid the people to crash on the shore, on the rocks of the Mediterranean Sea down Africa. I'm getting very emotional and I'm shivering all over my body now. Because that's what you are today. I'm going to compare the light, you know, souls from the past as the volcanoes. They were natural. They were from the core of the planet. They were not from here. They were not humans. They were extraterrestrial souls that came to help us. There were many. Egyptian time, Mesopotamic time, you know, there were many. Then came the Greek time. So, and then Romans time with loads, but then they were already learned. I think the ones from I'm gonna say from 1000 before Jesus were already humans, you know, discovering the power inside themselves to show to others, like Socrates, like Plato, you know, showing us the way, showing us the way. I will see Shiva, Buddha were souls from outside that came to help us, and many other ones from the past. You can put them probably Abraham. And there were some, you know, before Abraham that were more or less the same time as Abraham. So they were the lighthouses from the past, light workers from the past. So today, light workers, what is to be a light worker? It's to be like a lighthouse. A lighthouse, they are not building the safe ground of the, you know, the mainland. They are building rocks on the sea. Sometimes you can reach a lighthouse when the tide is down, but when the tide is up, you can't. If you are stuck in the lighthouse, you're going to be stuck until the sea comes down again. And that's what means being a light soul, a light worker. Is to be like a lighthouse. They are building to direct people on the torments of life, so the people don't crash on the rocks by the shore. That's what is to be a light worker. So don't expect the sea be calm all the time. The lighthouse is there exactly when the sea is stormy, to direct the nave not to crash on the rocks. So if you are a light worker, you are exactly like a lighthouse. And even then, sometimes when the sea is too rough, sometimes the lighthouse comes down. You had so many experiences this on our past, human past. When there is a tsunami, depends on the size of the tsunami, the lighthouse don't resist. So expect to be reached by loads of storms, my light worker. That's what you are here for. And when the sea is calm, bless yourself. Welcome everyone to your shore, to your rocks. When the sea is stormy and there is a tsunami over you, just be calm and wait and see what's going to happen. So it's not easy to be a light worker. It's to be always at mercy of the sea. How many people we can save being as a light worker? Yes. And when you pass over, you're going to see how many people you have been helping, even not knowing. Because you know, sometimes when you are sleeping, a light worker when he's sleeping, they don't stay there. The soul goes. to help other peoples in other realms, in other dimensions. Because you're not living just in this dimension, you live in another ones. And light worker, you don't know how many you have been helping in another dimensions when you are sleeping. And your body is sleeping because your soul is not sleeping. Your astral body is not sleeping. It doesn't need sleep. Your soul doesn't need sleep, just your body. So when your body is resting, your other bodies is active and working. Even your mental body is not sleeping. So after this, this time is over, you're gonna see how many people have been working and helping in other dimensions. And that is great. That is also great. So even if in this level, in this dimension of our body, our matter, this material body, even if in this moment you think you're not being, a proper light worker, or no, it is so difficult like this, I'm going to give up. You can't give up. You are a lighthouse. You are building as a lighthouse. You are going to be standing there. And your light is going to be showing. Even no one is in there. Because you are building as a lighthouse, a light worker. You came here as a light worker. You made up there an agreement of being a light worker when you came to incarnation. So you can avoid being a light worker. You can be, a small light worker there, but you're going to be always shining. Always shining. If it's not in this material level, in this, dimension here, material dimension, in another one you're going to be still working because your soul knows better. So light work. Oh, the if you wanna search for the volcano in Italy, that was, in my point of view, was the first inspiration to build lighthouses. It was Stromboli. 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 Yeah, if you wanna, got deeper in this information, if you want to meditate in being a light worker, being a lighthouse, go and see this volcano. Go and pay attention to this volcano. Just spend 2 nights looking at it, because during the day, I know everyone is working, but during the night, you can see the flames coming up, popping up between 10 and 5 minutes. It was enough for any boat to see it from far away. That's what you are. You are a light worker, you are a lighthouse, a natural lighthouse that came to this planet to help people to avoid to crash on the rocks of the big sea that is life. So, even with tears in our eyes, like me, but I am like this because it's emotional for me to talk about it, because I have been a lighthouse, a light worker from when I was very small. Define my family about the knowledge they had about religions and knowledge about the universe and everything, and how you should behave, and etc. And because of this, I get very emotional, because at 65, I am realizing what really is to be a light worker. I didn't know about light workers since I started to listen and, especially crying. I was considering myself as just a rebellion person, rebellion against everything. And I start to understand, which means really myself and being the way I was, and I have been, and I am, after I moved to England. Before that, I was just a rebellion person. And now I know I was not just a rebellion person. I am a lighthouse. I am a lighthouse. And I'm sharing it with you because I know a lot of people are in the same position as me, considered by others as a, just a crazy person that believes in stupid things and that doesn't make sense. And even people very close to me think that when you die, you finish, you don't have anything to do. You die is like anything, you die and die, finished. When you close your eyes, you're just gone. But we know better. We know better because we have been there. You have been there. I have been there many times. I have been in the past, I have been in the future. I have been in past lives. I have been with friends that have been passed over. I have been helping them to cross over in my spiritual, experience outside my body. So I can't deny, because it's my experience, my physical experience, my mental experience, my astral experiences. So I can't deny it. My mother came to me 3 days after she died. And, and she told me to eat cereals and stop eating meat. I didn't on those days until recently that I started to feel sick eating meat, and then I had to stop because my body was rejecting it. I was feeling sick, literally sick. Vomiting and having terrible pains on my stomach that I was not even able to sleep. So my body was telling me what my mom said 4 years ago or 5 years ago after she died. So I had to have this experience of pain in order to, to listen to what she said to me. So how on earth I deny this? I can't. So, light worker, lighthouse, you know a little better. And I hope you are more younger than me, so you can have more time to share this knowledge with others. Okay? God bless you, keep you safe, me also. I have to go to my, my reality outside this door, because I am in my prayer room, because I have to look after my grandson when my daughter is cooking with friends. So, okay, I will see you soon. I hope before Christmas. I have to do a big clean, spiritual clean on my house for this time. And tomorrow is my day of incense in my house. So I hope you are doing it also, okay? Incense in your house, being prepared for the transition of 2017 to 2018. It's not going to be easy again. So let's prepare ourselves, okay? God bless you, keep you safe, and bless me also. Bye-bye.